Hello everyone, I'm Hinix, and in this video, as always, I will explain my weapon mastery extension. Uh, First of all, okay, we have the fighter there, and to use the mastery, you need to go in actions and enable in the weapon config and check the mastery property there. So doing that, it will enable the mastery for the weapon. So first of all, if we do the sub mastery, we attack, we hit, we apply the sub mastery, and we apply the effect to the ogre zombie that the next attack will have disadvantage. For the cleave, we just attack, and a reminder is shown there telling you that you have the cleave and you can make the cleave attack holding alt, so ALT. So we do the damage, then we say, okay, we want to cleave the leech because he is within 5 feet. So if we do the cleave and we press ALT and do the cleave to the leech and we hit him, okay, we click again ALT and do the damage, and because it's a cleave attack, the modifier is removed from the attack. Great, and then if we do the ALT cleave again, the extension will say, okay, you already used the cleave once a turn, okay, so you can't use it again. For the grease sword, we have the grease mastery, so if I do a -20 to the modifier and attack the leech and we do the grease damage, okay, we critically hit, never mind. Why? Again, -20 to the grease, okay, 16, okay, we do grease damage, 5 slashing damage to the leech, and it will say that the mastery is activated. Missed but dealt 5 slashing damage. For the slow, when we hit, we apply the slow mastery that's saying slow mastery speed -10. That is only informative, obviously, because Fantasy Ground doesn't manage the remaining speed of a creature. So we have Vex now, and if we attack the Ogre and we hit, we apply the Vex Mastery. So the next attack against the Ogre will be with advantage. So if we attack with, for example, Sap with the Flail, the Leech will make a normal attack. But if we attack again the Ogre, we will attack him with advantage because the Vex is expired now. So we attack the Ogre with advantage. And if we obviously keep attacking the Ogre with Vex, we continuously stack Vex mastery on him and just keep attacking with advantage. So we apply that again, we attack, we have Vex that expire now, but we reapply it, and so this function as the Vex mastery says. So good. For the nick one is equal to the cleave one. So when we attack and apply the nick, there is a nick reminder that if you use the nick weapon for your extra attack, it does not consume your bonus action. So if we do damage, boom, and if we click ALT, nick, and attack, it will say, okay, nick triggered. This is an extra attack, obviously only informative, but if we click ALT and do the damage, the modifier is stripped because we have not two weapon fighting style found in the character sheet, so we don't have it. But if we go down there and pick up the barbarian and we do the nick, okay, we clear it, we alt do the attack, trigger the nick, okay, and then we do alt nick damage, it will say nick damage ability modifier kept due to two weapon fighting style, because if we go in the ability, we have two weapon fighting style. Great. Then we have the topple mastery that if we hit a creature, it will automatically do the save, and if failed, it will apply the prone condition because we topple him. For the push, we have also the size check. So if we try to Warhammer the ogre zombie and we hit, okay, the mastery push trigger and says ogre zombie can be pushed by 10 feet. But if we actually try to Warhammer the dragon, okay, we're missing, okay, again, okay, this is not my lucky day. Definitely not my lucky day. Okay, we hit him, and it says mastery failed because ancient blue dragon is too large to be pushed, so require a large or smaller creature. And that's all for the masteries in the 5e 2024 that is related to the player character. Because with the new update, you can use the mastery on NPCs too. So if we go to the ogre zombie and use the tag, for example, in there, we have the slam. If we want the slam to be able to topple enemies, we just say topple in there. And when we actually attack someone, we attack him with the ogre. And okay, we missed, never mind. Again. Okay, we hit the fighter, and the fighter will make the saving throw, and he failed, and the prone effect will be applied to the fighter. Nice. Also, if we want to, for example, graze or apply other mastery, we just insert the tag there. Also, you can actually insert the tag there, okay, when you add the NPC to the combat tracker, will stay there and it will be parsed. So now we have insert the graze mastery, so if we do a -20 and attack the fighter, you have, okay, 4 bludgeoning HP, damage I mean, to the fighter because we missed him, but the graze mastery activates. Also, you can override some default value of the tag. So, for example, if we do, okay, graze, and we say DMG and we want to apply 10 damage on miss, we do graze underscore damage 10. So when we miss, we apply that damage. We miss, and 10 damage is applied to the fighter. Also for the topple, if some topple, because now if you keep the topple like this, it will function as a player character. So it will pick the modifier of the attack, and then it will add the proficiency. So 8 plus 4 plus 2 is I don't remember. Wait a minute. Okay, is 14. Okay, 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, and it will do a constitution save DC of 14. If we override it and say DC 16, because this is a special ability that topple things you want to be you want the DC to be height, you can do that. And when you attack the barbarian this time, we missed, never mind. We want the DC to be height, so now we are doing a save versus a DC of 16. Also, you can apply other mastery like in the documentation in the Forge, but that's all. So we can apply also Vex, for example. So if we attack the fighter, okay, we miss again advantage because we need to eat. Okay, we eat. We apply the Vex mastery with the target fighter, and then when we attack the fighter, we attack with advantage. We missed, and all the mastery function. So also if you wanna nick someone, okay, and we have the nick mastery, okay, this is not the case, but we attack with the zombie and the nick reminder will show up. So if we want to slam using the nick mastery, we can ALT again like we do with the player character, and we want to nick barbarian to say okay, nick mastery triggered, and okay, we missed. And if we click ALT and do the damage like the player character, if the ability modifier is removed because the ogre doesn't have the 2-weapon fighter feat. But if we, for some cases, we want to keep the modifier, we just use nick 2-weapon fighting. Okay. Adding that, we will parse that the nick will use 2-weapon fighter. So when we do damage again, okay, without attacking, we do only the damage. The damage, the ability modifier is kept because we have 2-weapon fighting style. And that's all. Oh, also, you can, for example, have an ability. Okay, if you have an ability that this lamb apply only to that, but if we have, for example, the leech, okay, and we say, okay, the Eldritch Blast, okay, we want him to be push, okay, because the Eldritch Blast push in this case, we add the tag there and attack, and the mastery, okay, we missed again, okay, and say, okay, mastery triggered, we push the fighter by 10 feet. But if we want to actually divide 2-weapon mastery, for example, we don't use the tag in the title, but for example, we say the melee attack, we want that to topple, okay? We want the melee attack to topple with a DC of, okay, without a DC, okay, topple. And the ranged attack to push, we can do that. We need to add an or in there, and when we actually do the melee attack, okay, we have activated the topple, okay, topple activated, and if we do the ranged attack, we actually apply the push mastery. So we can apply multiple masteries to an attack if we want, by placing the tag in the description and not in the title. And that's practically all. Okay, you can have also, instead of the or, you can just uh, do that and do a new line. Okay, new line trigger the second mastery. So you can do that, and we apply the topple, or the second one when we apply the push. So we do that with or the point and new line. So that's all for the automation, and happy gaming. Bye bye.